Hi, my name is Keith Bierley. When Mike Miller asked me to talk about what this church means to me, I thought it would be a relatively easy thing to do. We've been members here for a very long time, and there are so many people that have been so helpful to me along my journey. They have helped my faith grow, they have helped me grow personally, and I thought I could just say thank you to everybody. But I realized that that really wasn't appropriate. There was more to it and more people to thank. 25 years ago, we walked through the doors of this church. The only building we had was downstairs in the Family Life Center. When you walked through the doors, there was a person there to greet you, much like there is today. For me, that person was Dave Hill. When we walked into the church, Dave said hello, introduced himself, told us about the church, and then he introduced his wife, Charlotte. And for us, it was the start of a great friendship. Dave and Charlotte introduced me to a lot of different things. One of the things I realized with Charlotte and Dave was that they were very kind people, very pleasant people, and they were very persistent people. They encouraged me to engage my faith in ways I had never considered. They asked me to be part of committees. They asked me to participate in some of the work around the church, and ultimately we ended up going on mission teams together. Dave and Charlotte were not the kind of people who stand on a corner and yell and scream. They simply live a faith-filled life full of kindness and virtue. What I realized after several years was they were actually witnessing to me in a way that I had not understood before. That you could be calm about your faith, you could be polite about your faith, but you could be very strong about your faith. I owe Dave and Charlotte a great debt of gratitude. I hope for you that in this congregation you will find your Charlotte and Dave Hill, because they are out there waiting to help you. One of the things that some of the people know me for here at church is I am the water guy for Haiti. That I work on a water filter project to deliver water to water to life for clean areas. That actually came from the United Methodist Women. In 2010, there was a devastating earthquake in Haiti. Hundreds of thousands of people were killed, thousands of buildings were destroyed. The United Methodist Women decided they should study about Haiti and figure out what they can do. One of the things that they did is they engaged a speaker at the end of their study to talk about mission work in Haiti. Charlotte Hill invited me to become part of that meeting. From that meeting, I connected with the pastor who was leading that talk and went to Haiti and did some work. Came back, talked to one of our pastors. She went to Haiti and she met some of the people who work on the water filter team. We reported back to the Methodist women about what we had seen and what we would like to do. They were so excited about the program, they thought that we should engage in that program. At that time, the United Methodist Women had a program called Pocket Change. They collected money in little medicine cups, and they collected enough money to send a water team to Haiti that raised over $4,000 in money to pay for water filters. When we went, we came back, gave them a report. They were very excited about what we had done and asked us if we would continue to do that. So they raised money a second time through the Pocket Change program. We went again, we came back. During the second trip, I thought it would be good to engage the United Methodist Women, not only in their gifts, which they had given us, and their service, which they had done, but also through their prayers. So I asked them if they would be the prayer partners for our mission team. One of the traditions at our church is when mission teams leave, they take a prayer partner with them, someone who is here in Keller praying for them while they are away wherever they are. So what I did was I called the United Methodist Women and said, hey, would you guys like to be prayer partners for our mission trip? And they said, absolutely. Send us a list. So I sent them the list. A couple days later, the list comes back, and it's amazing. Not only is there a prayer partner for every person, there are 2 prayer partners for every person. And in some cases, there are 3 prayer partners for every person. So I looked at the list, called them back up and said, hey, why do you have so many prayer partners for everybody? Everybody has 1, 2, and in some cases 3. There was a long pause on the phone, and the answer was, Keith, we realized that when you were the leader of the mission team, we would absolutely have to have more than 1 prayer partner for every person. Well, I have never yet left anybody in Haiti, and it is my plan never to do so. But thanks to the United Methodist Women, that program continues to this day. And in fact, in 2021, they donated money again for water filters. So over the last 10 years, the United Methodist Women have been one of the primary supporters of Water to Life and the water program that we do in Haiti. The biggest thing for me in our church, and the biggest difference this church has made to me, is my Sunday school class. I am a member of the Pathfinders class, have been a member of the class for the full 25 years that we have been here. The members of that class are amazing. They help people, they do all kinds of things, and it became very personal for my wife and I 4 years ago. 4 years ago, my wife was diagnosed with a very serious medical condition, which would require a stay in the hospital. Ultimately, Bernadette would be in the hospital for 7 full weeks to receive her treatments. It was a difficult time for us. One of the things that we shared with our class when we talked about what it would entail, what it would take, was some of the concerns I had for having family members come in and get to the hospital. About 2 days after Sunday school class, one of the Sunday school people called. I don't know if it was Richard Valenta, my Sunday school teacher, or his wife Cindy, or another member of the class. But basically what they said was, we got this. They didn't ask if they could help. They simply said, this is what we're doing. One of the things they said was, we know you have people flying in to visit your wife. Tell us what the dates are, tell us what the flights are, we got them. We also know that you'll need to get your sister-in-laws over to the hospital in Dallas. We have a team of drivers. We've got a list of people who will pick them up in the morning, bring them home in the afternoon, so you shouldn't worry about that. Oh, and one other thing. We need the keys to your house or your garage door opener. We plan to put food in your house so you will have food when you come back. Their response was simply overwhelming to us. It is a debt I can never repay, but we'll try to do so in some form or fashion. Then, after that happened, about 2 weeks into Bernadette's hospital stay, I started getting texts and emails and phone calls and letters and notes and even flowers, all asking how Bernadette was doing. The members of this congregation embraced the challenge that we were going through as a family and simply made the trip through the hospital a tolerable experience. The people in this church respond when you need help. So I hope that if you are not a member of a Connections class, you will do so. What you will find is loving, caring people who will help you no matter what the situation is. So when people ask me what this church means to me, the answer for me is simple. It has been everything over the last 25 years. The help, the love, and the support that we have gotten from this church is a debt that I will never be able to repay, and I will try and do so. Thank you for your help.